you could comply, we'd like to see some smiling faces up there. If you could give us some interior views, I'm sure everybody'd like to see you. Over.
Okay, we'll reconfigure the PD for that.
Roger. That's Big Mike Collins there.
Well, you got a little bit of... Yeah, hello there, sports fans. You got a little bit of me, plus Neil's in the center couch, and Buzz is doing the camera work this time.
Roger.
Well, I put on a coat and tie if I'd known about this ahead of time.
Is Buzz holding your cue cards for you, over?
Cue cards have a no. We have no intention of competing with the professionals, believe me. We are very comfortable up here, though. We do have a happy home. There's plenty of room for the three of us, and I think we're all learning to find our favorite little corner to sit in. The Zero G is very comfortable, but after a while you get to the point where you sort of get tired of rattling around and banging off the ceiling and the floor and the side, so you tend to find a little corner somewhere and put your knees up or something like that to wedge yourself in, and that seems more at home.
What's going on, everybody? It is 7:06 p.m. In Florida, and I am here to hang out with you guys for just about an hour, shooting the shit, listening to some tunes, talking Star Wars, or anything else. I'm an open book. Let's talk about shit. Let's talk about anything. Welcome to the stream, guys. Tux17, Eon Pedley. Did I pronounce that correctly? I probably did not, so I apologize, but I appreciate you tuning in, man. Cookie Monster, Fake Nuke, TC16 Rodriguez. What's up, Psychotic? Good to see you, man. Mixed Reviews, Luis Flores, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Solid Fisher, Chris Glob, Carter Lovejoy, Fake Nuke once again, JP Riley, the Guido brothers? Or is that hello from St. Augustine? Oh, nice. Nice, man. Hello from Riverside. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. I'll be here for just about an hour. Yeah, bring up some topics. Let's talk about some shit. What Star Wars Celebration panel are you most excited for? Deuce Horn. There's two that I'm super excited for. Episode 9, but I think I might be more excited for the Fallen Order video game panel, just because obviously we know nothing about that game, and it's a complete unknown, right? The Episode 9 panel, that's a given. Star Wars for me belongs in a big screen. I will always be most excited for the movies. But first, Fallen Order has me the most intrigued.
On the first two Terminator films?
Ooh, Hamlet, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that, man. First super chat and channel support of the... Oh, no, I was going to say of the month, but it's April 2nd. Super chatter of the month right now is James. Anyway, Hamlet, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm all turned around, man, and channel support tonight, man. So, thoughts on the first two Terminator films? You know how you know what they remind me of in a way, in the same kind of tone, as the first two Alien films. Granted, they're completely different movies, right? Completely different vibes, but Terminator 1 and Terminator 2, the change of type of movie, the almost tonal differences in those two movies are very comparable, in my opinion, to the two. Oh, one sec.
Can you shoot some shish 110 now?
Okay. Battlefront. 1 second, Battlefront updates. All right. So Hamlet, I think I prefer Terminator 2, T2. Growing up, that's the one that I watched the most. It's been a long time. It might be 15 years since I've seen T1. Oh, one sec.
Casual.
You should host meme review.
Carter, that's not a bad idea. Be fun. 1 sec, man. Yeah, it's probably been like 15 years since I've seen the first Terminator, to tell you the truth. I'm 32 now, so I mean, I might have been like 17-year-old. I might have still been in high school since I last saw T1. I just watched Terminator 2 a lot more than Terminator 1. I'm not gonna say it's better. It's just different. For whatever reason, it was just, you know, it was heartwarming at times and dealt with family and you know, it was funny at times. And who would have thought you could kind of choke up at a giant robotic Arnold Schwarzenegger sacrificing himself in the pit of the lava? It's a beautiful moment. It's a beautiful moment. But yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I haven't seen the first one in a very long time. I've seen the third one and Rise of the Machines. Is the third one Rise of the Machines? I don't know. Just kind of mulched over the same shit. That's what I appreciate with, like I said, the first Terminator and the second Terminator. They're very different. The first Alien and second Alien, they're very different. And to keep like a franchise fresh and not feeling stagnant, I think you kind of need that, right? But yeah, I appreciate that. That super chat and channel support tonight, Mr. Hamlet. The next super chat is from Battlefront Updates Hentai Network. You silly goose. Are you the same dude that came like a few months ago on my streams with random ass names and said ridiculous shit? If so, I appreciate the support, man. I appreciate the giggles even more. Battlefront Updates Hentai Network says, "Can you shoot some shit in my mouth?" Is that like your thing? Is that your weird? Is that your kink? Is that what you're into? I'm not gonna do it, man. But I bet if you go on Craigslist, you could probably employ some people that would be willing. But I'm gonna have to say solid pass. Solid pass. Battlefront Updates Hentai Network. But I appreciate the giggles most of all, man.
I don't know. Fly casual.
Have you ever seen Doctor Who, and if so, which eps?
Hater, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. For those who, I saw a couple of people asking about Celebration. No, I'm not going to Celebration. Got invited. Declined because it's right around my daughter's first birthday, and I would not miss that shit for the world. So I'm staying home. I'll watch it on the television. Carter Lovejoy, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. You should host meme review. That's not a bad idea. You know, I still need to make that meme review video. I do have a video idea made, and I asked like a month ago or so for everybody to send me their favorite Star Wars memes. I haven't even looked at them yet. I got like 250 submissions. So one day I'm just gonna... Oh, one sec.
Fly casual.
Boner Breath, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Is that Avatar? What is that? Is that somebody breathing out and there's like lines of boner breath? I'm very confused with these couple of recent super chats that have come in. 1 sec, Boner Breath. So yeah, Carter, that is a video idea that I've been wanting to do. I haven't looked at like the 250 submissions that I've received because the first time that I look at them, I want to sit down with a microphone in front of my face so I can give you my complete unfiltered reaction. Because, yeah, and it'll take me a while, you know, to go through all the submissions, what's funny, what's not, how I'm going to edit the reactions with my helmet and all that kind of stuff. But, yeah, a live one would be kind of fun. A live one would be kind of fun. Yeah.
I don't know.
Where are we at?
Fly casual.
Excited for Endgame?
Strangelove, did it read your super chat? One sec. The Real Neil 2000, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. Oh, there we go.
Fly casual.
Would you agree that 2001, Blade Runner, and A New Hope are some of the most important sci-fi movies?
Dr. Strangelove, thank you so much as well for the super chat and channel support. Neil and Strangelove, give me one sec. I'm going to try to catch up here. All right, Hater, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Have you seen Doctor Who? And if so, which eps? So, I've said this before, and I just completely forget the names of these actors, but I've seen, I think, maybe one or two episodes of the guy. You know what? I'm gonna look this up. I can't remember the guy's name who played Doctor Who in the episodes that I saw. Christopher Eccleston. Yep. So the episode that I saw of Doctor Who was with him as Doctor Who. And then I think I've seen one episode of the guy who plays Prince Philip from The Crown, Matt something. If you guys haven't seen The Crown, it's really good. Matt Smith. So those are the only two. I've seen one episode of each of those. I don't really remember much about them, Hater. For whatever reason, you know, it seems like something that I would really get into. It's such a... And I don't remember being a thing back 5-10 years ago in the States. It seems like it's blown majorly up in the past 5 or 10 years in the States. I don't remember ever hearing about it unless I don't know. It's interesting. But yeah, maybe I'll need to give it another chance because I don't really remember the episodes. It always sounds like something fun and adventurous and interesting, you know, that I would get into. And I really don't know why I haven't given it a shot. I think a part of it is that there's so much Doctor Who, and whenever I ask like where should I begin, I get so many different answers, so I don't know. You know what I mean? There's just so much, and it's just daunting and overwhelming. You know what I mean? But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, Hater. One day, I'm sure I'll give it another shot. And Boner Breath, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I don't know if you meant to type a little message in there. Actually, can you? I don't think you can. But either way, I appreciate the hell out of that silent support, Boner Breath. And I appreciate the giggle of the name. That's a silly name. The Real Neil 2000, excited for Endgame. You know, I'm not that excited for Endgame, and the reason is because I haven't seen the past... let's see. Latest Marvel movies. Neil, I'm gonna look. What has been the Marvel Cinematic Universe? So, I guess this is in order. It looks like it's in order. Nope, this is certainly not. Why is it? That's stupid. Alright, let me see. Let me see if I can find a Marvel movie list in order. Okay, so... Ant-Man, Wasp... Okay, so... I think this is right. I have not seen Captain Marvel. I have not seen Ant-Man and the Wasp. I have not seen Infinity War. I did see Black Panther. I have not seen Thor Ragnarok. I have not seen Spider-Man Homecoming. I have seen Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I think I've seen Doctor Strange. So...
I don't know.
Oh, one sec.
Fly casual.
Thoughts Thoughts on timed exclusives like Borderlands 3?
Boner Breath, thank you so much once again for the super chat and channel support. Give me one sec. Give me one sec. So yeah, I'm not really up to date with all the Marvel movies. You know, when Ant-Man and Civil War and Winter Soldier and Guardians of the Galaxy, that's kind of when I watched them a little bit. I've, as you can tell, haven't watched like the past 4 or 5.
Thoughts on the Halo franchise? It's coming to PC.
Geotron, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that, Geotron. Give me one sec, guys. So yeah, I'm not super pumped for Endgame, just because I am way behind in my Marvel Cinematic Universe view-a-thon. But yeah, I appreciate that, Neil. And Dr. Strangelove says, would you agree that 2001 Blade Runner and A New Hope are some of the most important sci-fi movies? Yeah, I would. Out of those 3, absolutely. I think they're, without a doubt, a part of some of the most influential science fiction out there. I would, you know, 2001 is in a category of itself. I need to post. I took a picture of, or I found an old picture of my old office. I had like a 9-foot 2001: A Space Odyssey poster. I have to find that. But yeah, I would say those are probably some of the most influential science fiction movies, and certainly the most, I don't know, well known. What else? I mean, maybe The Matrix is a little newer, but I think that's pretty goddamn influential. It might not seem one of the most important and influential science fiction movies or important science fiction movies, but I think years from now, I think it certainly will be categorized as that. Especially, you know, The Matrix used to, in 1999, you go, that's so far out there, so far-fetched. In 2019, 20 years later, The Matrix seems 100% possible, does it not? I mean, holy shit. Absolutely does. But yeah, Dr. Strangelove, I'd totally agree with that. Let's see. I'm curious. Most influential sci-fi movies of all time. Let's see what people are saying. Clockwork Orange, I guess. I mean, I don't really consider that science fiction, but I suppose. When like I was like 18, 19, and 20, I just binged the shit out of Clockwork Orange. I watched so much Clockwork Orange. I loved it. I still love it. I love it. E.T., Star Wars, The Day the Earth Stood Still, Alien, Back to the Future, Terminator 2, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, The Thing, Avatar. I don't get Avatar. I mean, it still surprises me that it's so huge. I've seen it once. I watched it the first time on deployment. No, I was standing watch. That's right. I was standing watch at my squadron. You stand watch for like 4 hours. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like somebody always has to be manning the desk at your at a squadron. I don't know how the boat is, but somebody always has to be manning a desk. You know, if visitors or anybody or emergencies happen or anything like that, and people are chosen to stand watch 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and they're 4-hour chunks. So I watched Avatar as I was on watch. Very exciting stuff. But War of the Worlds, Planet of the Apes, yeah. But yeah, Dr. Strangelove, I appreciate the channel support, man, and I would 100% agree with that. For different reasons, for sure. And Boner Breath, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. Thoughts on timed exclusives like Borderlands 3? Timed exclusives. I don't think I've heard of that phrase before. Timed exclusive, plural timed exclusive. A release of a game on one platform with releases on other platforms to occur. Oh, I didn't realize that. So, Boner Breath, let me look this up. Oh my god, you know what I just did? Instead of typing Borderlands 3, I typed Boner Breath. Idiot. Epic Store exclusive. Deleted tweets teases September release. Let me see. Okay. Epic exclusive. Timed exclusive. Timed exclusive and September. So, alright, bear with me, guys. I'm going to see. Mayhem is coming September 13th. Pre-order now for the gold. Okay, that was since deleted. So what is it coming? To Windows first? Epic Game Store from Twitter. Is the Epic Game Store also on consoles and stuff like that? Let's see. As a customer, blah, blah, blah. So, I don't know how I feel about that. Boner breath. You know, I understand it's probably a big money thing. I'm assuming a lot of these timed exclusives, as this is the first time I've ever heard that phrase, but I know the practice. I'm assuming it's a big money thing, right? I mean, probably the highest bidder gets to I don't know, Epic Game Store, I guess, paid Borderlands folks a lot of money to host it temporarily exclusively on their service. Is that how it works? It is a shame that certain games are exclusives or even timed exclusives, but to me it's never really bothered me, man. You know, I've been a PC player through and through, and there's been a lot of well, this actually goes to Geotron's upcoming question too. But you know, as a PC gamer, there's been a few console exclusives games that one second.
1. What is your favorite Final Fantasy game? 2. What are your favorite anime, manga series? 3. Have you seen the movie Apollo 11 in IMAX?
PowerBeam08, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. Give me 1 sec. Bear with me. I got Boner Breath and Geotron right ahead of you. So yeah, I don't really have a problem with the Boner Breath. You know, I wish games would come out for all platforms so everyone could be happy from, you know, everything gets released at the same time. But I'm used to, as a PC gamer, having games not come out for the PC for a very long time, you know. Red Dead Redemption 2, still not out for the PC. Don't know when it's coming out for the PC. I have it on the Xbox One, but, you know, which is fine. But, you know, I'm a PC gamer. The Halo series, as Geotron said, thoughts on the Halo franchise is coming to the PC. So yeah, Geotron, I have only played 100%. I have only played the very first Halo game. The very first Halo game. On the original Xbox, whenever that first came out, I remember going over to my buddy's house after school, and we played multiplayer Halo on the couch. I never played the campaign, never played it. So I've only played, like, some multiplayer maps of the original Halo game. And the reason is because I was never really that big of a console gamer for the longest time. You know, I had a Nintendo 64, and then I got a Dreamcast, and then I didn't have a console until I bought a PlayStation 3 to watch Star Wars on Blu-ray in 2011. So for the longest time, I didn't have a console. I was a PC gamer, so the Halo franchise completely passed me by. So, as you said, it's coming to the PC, so I'm finally going to be able to play it on the platform that I've been playing games on for decades. You know, so I'm excited. I'm excited to jump in. I kind of have a feeling, Geotron, it's going to be a case of me jumping into an older game. You know, a lot of times when I try to play older games that I didn't play when I was a kid or when it first came out, I have a hard time getting into them. Because, you know, they're older, they're a little clunky sometimes, especially getting into run on the PC. And I don't have that nostalgia factor to, you know, to get me super pumped to play stuff. And I kind of hope, or I kind of have a feeling that it's going to be that case for me with Halo, you know. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll definitely give it a shot for sure. But yeah. But I appreciate that, Geotron. Thank you for the super chat and channel support tonight, man. And PowerBeam08. Okay, so what is your favorite Final Fantasy game? I've never played a Final Fantasy. Let me look. Let me see. Final Fantasy Online. Did I ever play that? I don't think I ever did. So I legitimately have never played a Final Fantasy game. I don't really know anything about them. Like, let me look this up. Final Fantasy on the PC. So when did it start? Final Fantasy 12. So I'm looking at the games. I don't recognize anything. So Final Fantasy 7 kind of looks familiar. Final Fantasy 7. See, no, I don't think I've ever played a Final Fantasy game, Powerbeam. I don't know why. They just never appealed to me. I don't know if they're all turn-based or not. Turn-based has never really appealed to me. I might be talking out of my ass right now. They might not be turn-based for the most part. That might just be one that I'm thinking of. So, yeah, I don't really know why I never given them a shot. It's weird, right? I don't know. But like I said, I never had a PlayStation growing up. I never had, I had a Nintendo 64 and a Dreamcast. I don't know if Final Fantasy was available for either of those, but I never played them. And I don't know when they started putting them on the PC. And if they did a long time ago, then I guess I never played them. I don't know. Strange. Well, yeah. What are your favorite anime and manga series? Again, maybe that's why I never got into it, Powerbeam. Final Fantasy is because I've never been into anime and that kind of stuff. It's always intrigued me. It's always I've always really liked the art style. Whenever I see like commercials on Adult Swim or Toonami or something like that, I'm like, that looks like something I would want to watch. I've always enjoyed the look of it, but for whatever reason, I've never gotten into it. Growing up, I had a kid who lived next door who was really into Dragon Ball Z. This was when I was probably in 6th grade, when I was living in Georgia, and the kid next door was really into Dragon Ball Z. I didn't get it. I didn't really do much for me, but he was really into it, and for whatever reason, I never like adopted that. A lot of times we kind of adopt what our friends are into, or they adopt what you're into, and we kind of find common ground. That's something I never got into with them. Interesting. But and no, I have not seen Apollo 11 yet, and I didn't see it in IMAX, and I regret that. I was planning on seeing it at my local theater. They actually did not show Apollo 11 at my local IMAX. I couldn't believe that. I kept checking the dates, and nothing. Never showed it at the IMAX theater. There was a theater that was showing it around me, but I didn't see it. So I can't wait to watch it. I really regret not seeing it in the theater. The space program, Mercury 7, Gemini, Apollo, Space Exploration Shuttle, Skylab, everything. The American space program has been something that I've been obsessed with my entire life. I own numerous documentaries on it and everything. And what intrigues me about this is all the 70mm footage that I guess was recovered or discovered. Never before seen stuff of mission control and observers at the Cape. It looks really neat. So I'm really pumped to see it. I probably won't see it until I buy it on 4K Blu-ray, to tell you the truth. But yeah. Anyway, Powerbeam, I appreciate the support tonight, man. And maybe I'll give Final Fantasy a shot, huh? We'll see. Sometime read the memoirs of Gene Kranz entitled Failure is Not an Option, Ender Geek. I have to check that out. I love Tough and Competent. Just Google Gene Kranz Tough and Competent speech. It's such a pump up. Yeah. He kind of I found a video once where he kind of recreated it. Tough and Competent. I love it.
Know. Fly casual.
What happened to the Far Far Away album music at the end of your videos?
Franz Nerdnan, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that, man. Give me one sec. Give me one sec. Too many negative waves. Gene Kranz doesn't get the recognition he deserves beyond Serious Geeks. 100% agree. He is a personal hero of mine, and I looked up not too long ago. You can actually send him mail. You know, you can send him mail and send him like stuff to autograph as like a fan of the space program and stuff like that. I've always wanted to do that. Or not even send him something to autograph, but send him a note, a thank you note, you know. I've always wanted to do that. So yeah, maybe in the future. He's, you know, well, I say in the future, but I better fucking get on it, right? How old is Gene Kranz? 85, but yeah. Anyway, Franz Nerdnan, what happened to the Far Far Away album music at the end of your videos? Let me take a quick sip. All right. I just stopped using it. You know, I still like it. I still really enjoy it. But I realized maybe a year and a half ago or so that I've been using the same music for like 6 years, and I wanted to change things up. Kind of, that's really about it, to tell you the truth. I just wanted to change things up. I was using the same like 6 songs over and over again. And I wanted to get a little more ambient with the music. Just kind of fit my modern, I don't know, style of making videos, I guess. I think this song right here represents the Lightspeed Lounge quite well. But yeah, Franz, I appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys if you've watched my videos over the years, you probably heard the Lightspeed, or not the Lightspeed, the Far Far Away album. And it's still great. It's still great, you know. But yeah. But I appreciate that, Franz. Maybe I'll throw a little Far Far Away album in. I like the music you play on here. Thanks, Franz. Yeah, me too. I have permission. Well, I got permission to use Far Far Away album stuff years ago. And I make sure that I get permission from, like, this song that you're listening to right now is from a guy who calls himself Ulas, U-L-A-S, and he did the soundtrack for a game called Galactic Delivery. And I asked him if I could use his tunes in my live streams, and he said yeah. So I like to get permission, you know, before I start using people's stuff. Even if it won't get copyright, like automatically struck for copyright through YouTube's algorithm, I still want to get permission and give credit, you know. Anyway. Why do you not wear wristwatches anymore? Mixed reviews. I do. Just not on stream. Or not on video, normally. I only wear my watches when I'm going out and about. I hope they bring Capital Supremacy to other eras at some point with brand new maps and not just pre-existing maps. Ultimate Havoc 02. Yeah, yeah, they announced 2 new Capital Supremacy maps. We don't know the locations, right? We don't know. Sorry, guys. I had 6 cups of coffee over a span of an hour. About an hour ago. So I got that phlegm. Yeah, they announced 2 new Capital Supremacy maps, didn't they? One coming out in May, one coming out in June. We don't know the locations. I think that's true. I don't think that was... I saw that posted today by EA, I think. And I don't know... I can't imagine they would do an April Fool's joke like that. Get people's hopes up and... Yeah, whatever. 3 maps coming. Nice. So they're going to have to make completely new maps. So they might be the same location, Ultimate Havoc. But they're going to have to make new maps. Because... unlike... Geonosis Galactic Assault... all the other maps were made with Galactic Assault in mind, right? They started with Galactic Assault, and then they whittled it down to different map sections for Blast and Strike and all that kind of stuff, right? This, Capital Supremacy, Geonosis, is what came first, and then they whittled it down to Galactic Assault and Blast and whatever other modes. So I'm guessing that they're going to have to start it from scratch and make a... I really don't know, unless they just take like the current indoor Galactic Assault map and expand on it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I hope... I don't know. I don't even know what locations I'd want, man. I mean, to me, locations like Hoth and Endor kind of seem like a no-brainer. Big battles take place there, right? I love the original trilogy. Duh. I think a Naboo map would be a lot of fun too. That makes complete sense to me. I don't really know where else I would want a Capital Supremacy map. I mean, Naboo would be a lot of... Naboo would be really cool to me because you could have the palace, you could have the guts of the city, and then you could have, like, I don't know, foresty areas around it, and you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. You could have, like, long-range outdoor combat mixed with a good chunk of urban combat as well. I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Guido and Felucia. Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, I guess Umbara would be neat too. I just... Have they done any Clone Wars exclusive maps yet? I don't think so, right? Or anything Clone Wars exclusive yet, other than pajamas. I don't know if they'll do something like that. Yeah, they might. I don't know. Hey Greedo, do you Adorno? Hey Greedo, do you think that the unaltered versions blah blah? I can't speak tonight, guys. Do you think the unaltered versions of Star Wars will ever get a Blu-ray release? I used to be very, very optimistic about this, you know, and now I'm just kind of waiting. I'm twiddling my thumbs, right? I used to be super optimistic. Yeah, Disney owns a franchise now, and they'll be able to do it. Oh, now Disney and 20th Century Fox, they merged. Or no, they bought them. I'm not holding out for hope, you know. I appreciate what some of the fans are doing and restoring the original versions, you know, and giving them the treatment to make them as original as possible with the best polish that's possible. But maybe in the future, I'll never say never, but I kind of have a feeling that there was, you know, a handshake or a non-verbal handshake or maybe even a contractual agreement between Lucas and Disney when, you know, he sold the franchise that the special editions are there to stay. I could see that happening, couldn't you? I could be wrong, but who knows? Who knows? What's up, Jack Tesson? Hey, Grudo, how's your day been? It's been good, man. Been good. Took care of my daughter, wrote a couple scripts, recorded some audio. Oh, what else did I do? Well, I touched up some paint around the house. That's about it. That's about it. Random Stormtrooper. Greedo, do you like Adawan's reimagined version of Star Wars? I consider those canon. Can't wait for his Return of the Jedi version to come out. I do. I've only seen the A New Hope one. I don't know. Does he have an Empire Strikes
Fly
Back one?
casual.
Are you optimistic for future SW movies?
Goober Gaming, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Your name is in the title of this stream, isn't it? One sec, man. One sec. So yeah, Random Stormtrooper. My buddy actually sent me A New Hope one, and it's pretty neat. Pretty neat. I didn't know he was still doing it. That's awesome. Definitely a project of passion, right? I love that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's pretty great. Goober Gaming, are you optimistic for future Star Wars movies? I am because I've always said that I want more of the same gets stagnant, right? I think the future of Star Wars movies. I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm hopeful that they're gonna start doing some different shit, right? Rian Johnson has his own trilogy. Game of Thrones guys have their own series of movies as well. I'm sure there's gonna be other announcements for movies and stuff like that. I want the franchise to go in multiple directions. I want them to get a little more. I want them to experiment a little bit, you know. Don't handcuff yourself to X-Wings and TIE Fighters. Get weird with it. So, yeah, I am optimistic for the future of Star Wars movies. I'm optimistic for the future of Star Wars TV, too. Something that I never really imagined back in the day would thrive or get me super excited. A Star Wars TV show, you know, is always a neat concept, a neat idea, but I never thought it would... A live-action Star Wars TV show just always seemed like that rumor that was around for 10 years, right? And now it's here. It's kind of hard to believe. A couple of them, right? But yeah, I am optimistic, and I'm very curious how it's all gonna go after Episode 9. You know, where the franchise is, what direction it's gonna take, because it's a big, expansive Star Wars universe, right? A lot of stories to tell, a lot of characters to discover. And I think that's why I'm extremely optimistic for the future as well, Goober, is because I'm hoping the trilogies that have been announced so far, I hope they deal with situations and characters, timelines even, that we are not familiar with whatsoever. I'm not even talking about the Old Republic. I don't give a shit. I'm talking about stuff that no Star Wars fan has ever heard of, characters no Star Wars fan has ever heard of. I don't want Star Wars to feel like it was made from a book, you know? So that's why I'm optimistic, yeah. New characters, new stories, the unknown of what's to come. I think that's what gets me pumped, but yeah. I appreciate that, Goober Gaming. How do you merge your recordings and videos so well? How do you know when to use the gestures? Lokovia? I'm sure I butchered that. I apologize. So it's really dumb. It's really dumb. So I record my audio, right? And then I edit the audio, and then I play the audio over the speakers. And my camera is recording me, and I kind of know I remember how the script went, so I'm miming basically. Silly, huh? And then I just mesh I merge the audio with the video, and just as close as, yeah. It's pretty stupid, huh? That's a really stupid way to make YouTube videos. Why don't I just turn on my webcam and talk, and then turn off my webcam and click upload? You idiot. You can make 5 videos a day, you idiot. You can make like $50 a day if you did that, you idiot. It's coming along really good, Psychotic. I'm hoping to have it up by Celebration. I don't think that's an impossibility. I think it's going to be up by Celebration. Yeah. $50 a day. Wow. Yeah, big doings on the YouTube, man. Would you like to be alive if when aliens make definite contact with... Oh, 100% Boba Fett. That's one, you know, I don't get bummed out about missing out on stuff. I don't have that FOMO, as the kids call it. But the one thing that... And I'm not even... I don't really... Death doesn't bother me. But the one thing that does bum me out and bother me is that I want to know what the future of humanity... what the future has in store for humanity, right? How far will we progress? Will we destroy ourselves? Or will we just become... I don't know, starfaring civilization, exploring the galaxy, exploring the universe. Yes, I want to be alive for that. Because Boba Fett, that will be the single most earth-shattering and consequential event in the history of humanity. It'll no longer be AD or BC. It'll be before contact and after contact. That is how time will be measured after that happens. No question about it. So yeah, I would absolutely want to be around for it. Yep, too many negative waves. Yep, you're 100% right. Born too late to explore Earth. Born too soon to explore the stars. And that is why we've created these digital spaces to explore. Oh.
Long time lurker, first time super chatter.
Nice, Tuck. Tuck, 17, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that, man. Give me one sec. But yeah, you said born too late to explore the Earth, born too soon to explore the stars. But it is kind of interesting when you look at it that way, right? Very select few are chosen to be explorers, right? Nowadays, at least. I mean, if you explore yourself, everything is new, right? If you go on a hike, everything is new. You're still exploring, but you're not traversing new terrain. So we create these digital spaces to kind of satisfy that that restless adventurer I think most humans have inside them, you know? It's kind of interesting. I don't know. I like it. Talk like Took. Oh, Took. There we go. Took, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. Took17, long-time lurker, first-time super chatter. Well, thank you so much, Took. I really appreciate the long-time lurking and the viewership and the first-time super chat, man. Thank you so much for supporting the channel tonight. Greatly appreciate that. A lot of Star Wars shit coming up, Took. Hoping to put out a lot of stuff as Celebration ramps up, as all the information starts kicking into gear. So be prepared to lurk even more, man. I appreciate that. Most of the ocean is still unexplored. Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. Yep. Yeah, the problem is the barrier for entry. You know, Eli is almost as difficult as the barrier for entry to become an astronaut. How many people can go to the bottom of the ocean in like the super pressurized is submarine even the correct word to use when talking about something like that? I don't know. 2K games. Are you gonna do Fallen Order live streams? 100%. Oh yeah, 100%. I'm excited. The back of this vehicle smells like a little tree leather air freshener. That's what's missing, isn't it? Mixed reviews. A tree air freshener bouncing up and down. I'm gonna see. I guess I could green screen that. I don't know if I have one. I might have one in the I might have one in the garage. I wouldn't want it to just be a static thing. I would want it to like kind of sway back and forth. You know what I mean? I think that'd be kind of fun. I might have to add that. Green screen, air freshener. Nobody seems to have made one. I guess I'll make one. Next time I'm at the store, maybe I'll get An air freshener. Greedo, can I hit your Joule, bro? Never tried one of those. They look kind of dumb. I'm very excited for celebration. Brandon Pascal, what's up, man? Yeah, I think it's gonna be a really jam-packed Star Wars celebration, more so than any celebration that I can think of. I mean, this, for the most part, past celebrations have been about, you know, they've kind of focused on Episode 7, Episode 8, and then Rogue One. Well, I went to a Rogue One panel. Rogue One was already out, never mind. So yeah, they've really only focused on the episodic films, right? And then there's panels of other stuff, past stuff, interviews, and that stuff. It's all fun. This is gonna be Episode 9, potential stuff about 2 new trilogies, The Mandalorian, Fallen Order, and I'm guessing other games, books. I mean, there's just so much new and Star Wars content coming that I can't think of a celebration where we've got this much stuff coming at us all in the same weekend. You know, it's crazy. Crazy. But yeah. Jules, don't look dumb. You look like a true intellectual. After filling the room you're in with a giant douche cloud. Oh, man. You watched the time-lapse of the universe video. Forgot the title. Was it a time-lapse of, like, the history of the... Time-lapse of the universe. That's not it. Time-lapse of the future? Is that what you're talking about? A journey to the end of time? No, I have not watched that yet. Did you link that to me? Or was that... it keeps popping up on my recommended thing. I haven't checked that out yet, Eli. Oh, wow, it's 30 minutes. Supported by protocol. Oh. I'll check this out, okay. Oh, this looks neat. Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah, this... Alright, I'm just scrubbing through it real quick. I'm gonna check this out. I'm gonna check this. It's 30 minutes long, so maybe when I next time I feed my daughter with a bottle. 2 million trillion years. I don't even... How do you comprehend those? Let's see. Here, I'll link this video. I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna check it out maybe tonight. So bookmark that. How many hours left until you reach the galaxy? Seb. All right, here's a little lesson. All right, so that let's see. There we go. All right, bookmarked. Okay, so Seb, that is the Andromeda Galaxy. That is out the front windshield of my Subaru Crosstrek, and the Andromeda Galaxy is 2.5 million light years away from us. 2.5 million light years away from Earth. That means at the speed of light, which we're traveling right now because we're in the Lightspeed Lounge, from Earth to the Andromeda Galaxy, it would take 2.5 million years. So the light that you look at, I mean, you can see the Andromeda Galaxy with your naked eye. You can see it with your naked eye. It's the furthest object that you can see with your naked eye. Obviously, you got to be in the country. You can't have a lot of light pollution, but the light that is coming from the Andromeda Galaxy, when you look up and you're able to see it, took 2.5 million years to reach your eyeball. So we're about halfway there, it looks like, I guess, in the old Subaru. So we have about 1.25 million more years to get there. So lean back, turn on some tunes, man. We got a long way to go. Greedo, are you remember the 501st? Yep. I haven't done a troop in a couple years though, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm still. I think they retire you, don't they? Is speed of light the fastest we could ever travel, Bubba Fett? I don't even like speculating on the future. I feel like I just feel like the impossible will seem possible. Oh, trivially possible. Given enough time, you know.
Etc. Miniseries would be more interesting than a solo film. Do you think Solo could have benefited D?
Eli Foreman, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. It's good to see you as always. As I talk burp on a live stream because I'm a very professional man. Eli Foreman, do you think an established character, Obi-Wan, Boba, etc., miniseries would be more interesting than a solo film? Do you think Solo could have benefited? What the hell is that noise? What the fuck is it? I hope I don't have a critter under my floor. It's an old ass house. I think, yeah, so I think I would rather have an Obi-Wan or Boba show than a movie. Solo, like I've said, Solo kind of felt like Han Solo's greatest hits, right? It felt like everything that we already know about him in the periphery, from meeting Chewbacca to Sabacc to winning the Falcon to the Kessel Run. Everything that we know about him, oh, it happened in like 2 days, just crammed into a movie. I think it probably, I think I would have, I never thought about it, Eli, but I think I kind of would have enjoyed Solo more if it was a miniseries. That's an idea that I've never even thought of before, because you could space things out. You could explore a little bit more of Solo's backstory. You could spend a little bit more time with that Proxima. Is that what yeah, in that kind of like, because Han seemed to be almost like a Rufio, right, kind of character in this little crime syndicate. He could have been. So yeah, I think that would have been really interesting. That would have been really interesting. And I wouldn't want an Obi-Wan or Boba Fett movie, I don't think. Unless the Obi-Wan movie was like Castaway in Star Wars, right? Where he's marooned himself. He's gone into self-imposed isolation on Tatooine. And it was like Castaway with Obi-Wan. I think that would be really interesting. Just like a character study kind of movie. But other than that, I really don't want those two movies. And I would be afraid that those movies would fall into the same kind of trap that I thought Solo kind of did. And maybe those kind of movies would benefit more as a miniseries, you know? I don't know. Does that make sense? But that's interesting, Eli. I've never thought of what Solo would have been like as a miniseries. Huh. That would have been neat. Like a 10-part series. I hope they do that kind of stuff with the streaming service. I think there's a lot of potential there. But that being said, I want new and interesting characters. You know, we've had a lot of Obi-Wan. You know, we've had a lot of Obi-Wan, Clone Wars, and I love Obi-Wan. Clone Wars, prequels, original trilogy. I want some new blood in the Star Wars, you know. But yeah. It often pops in my head with Solo. Didn't want the adventure to end. Yeah. It would have made sense as a kind of a series for sure. It would have been cool. But yeah. I appreciate that support tonight, Eli. Alright guys, I gotta get going. Let's see. What time is it? 8:02. Alright. Alright, I'm hoping to work on some videos tonight, but we'll see. I got 3 videos. I got the next Clone Wars video should be coming out. What's tomorrow? Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Saturday. So I have a video coming out on Thursday. I'm trying to do every other day, doing a video. I think that's more manageable than me just thinking in my head, I need to upload 3 this week. You know what I mean? I think it's more manageable for me to go every other day I will upload a video.
I don't know. Fly casual.
I think retreading old characters is a mistake.
Dane L, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. The robot read it, and I'm gonna read it as well, too, as well. I think retreading old characters is a mistake. I do too, to a certain extent. I do too, to a certain extent. I don't mind when we're progressing their narrative forward in the story, as is the case with like Han Solo and The Force Awakens and Luke and The Last Jedi and stuff like that. I like that linear progress, but when we start to explore the backstory of a smuggler like Han Solo, truthfully, Han Solo is my favorite Star Wars character, and you would think that I would absolutely be head over heels with a movie that explores his backstory, but it is one of my least favorite Star Wars movies. I think the more Star Wars as a franchise relies on kind of mulching over the same characters that we've been with for decades, as fun as that can be, and and I understand, maybe I see it as a little fan service, but I understand why people love it. Ultimately, I think the future of Star Wars is in new characters, new stories that we've never even heard of before, you know? That is where the future has to lie. You can't continuously just make the same stuff over and over again. And I'm optimistic about that, you know, Dane, because we're going to have Rian Johnson trilogy, the Game of Thrones guys trilogy, The Mandalorian. We're going to have probably even more movies and books and TV shows and all that kind of stuff. And I think maybe Disney recognizes that the future is in that kind of stuff too, you know, but we'll see. Love that they gave them new arcs. Oh yeah, me too. Me too. I really enjoyed what they did with the original trilogy characters so far. Smart. But yeah. But I appreciate that, Dane. I couldn't agree with you more. And Mixed Reviews, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that, man. Your message right below says the Stormtrooper helmet is authentic, ? It is an ATA helmet. I have a full set of ATA armor. So I'm gonna post a video. You don't have to watch it right now. Mixed Reviews. Hello Greedo Stormtrooper armor. So if you guys are at all interested in my set of armor, I don't even know if the guy makes it anymore, to tell you the truth. That I just posted a link. Shit. There we go. I just posted a link in the chat. So if you want to check out my armor, that's there. So yeah, my helmet, you can't just buy it. It's not like an EFX helmet or I don't know, I have been so out of the loop lately with manufacturers. This was a guy who had molds of the A New Hope stunt armor. He had molds, and he would mold his own Stormtrooper armor in his garage, and he sold it. This was 4 or 5 years ago or so. Maybe longer than that. Yeah, I would say it's about 5 years ago. So yeah, but yeah, Mixed Reviews. Check out that video if you're interested. And if you're looking to get your own set of armor, or even your own helmet, there's some websites and resources that you should definitely check out. You know, don't buy rubies. You will see in the video that I posted why you should not buy rubies. Do not buy rubies. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. I got to get going though. Thank you so much for the support. and tuning in. If you guys are patrons, I posted a Patreon message today, so get your questions in. I'm planning on doing the supporter Q&A next Monday, the 8th, around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you're a fleet member, try to make it. If not, I'm going to maybe post in the community board and get some of your questions. But all right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Let me run down the list. Mixed Reviews, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Dane L, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Eli Foreman, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Took17, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Goober Gaming, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Franz Nerdnan, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Powerbeam08, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Geotron, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Boner Breath, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Dr. Strangelove, thank you for the super chat and channel support. The Real Neil 2000, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Hater, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Carter Lovejoy, thank you for the super chat and channel support. The Battlefront Updates Hentai Network, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Hamlet, thank you for the super chat and channel support as well. All right, guys, enjoy your evening, morning, wherever the hell you are on planet Earth, and I will catch you all on the flip side. See ya.